is willing to do it.
The second Tigers player is wide receiver Simon Schultz.
Schultz, a leader, and I've got to correct on our situation there with the screen. He's actually a 3-year starter for the Tigers. A versatile player, as Coach Hurley talks about, a wide receiver, special teams play. He holds on extra points and field goals, returns kicks. He's just one of those guys that can be on the field all the time and contributing. An athlete, a hard worker, and not only a 3-year starter in football, a 3-year starter in basketball and baseball.
We switch to the other side of the Central Bears. Their quarterback is sophomore Hunter Broshiers.
Hunter just coming in and just taking over a good job situation. They were kind of minus a quarterback. He's a captain just as a sophomore, a 2-year starter. In fact, he had his very first start last year against the Tigers. Coach Artis talks about a strong arm, accurate thrower. He is gives the ball and delivers it to the receivers. A hard worker, and what Coach Artis likes to say, a high IQ player. He's always looking at video and trying to improve.
And our final player is Nathaniel Cano, a 6'2 senior who had the game-winning touchdown catch with 22 seconds last week for the Bears.
Another captain, a 2-year starter, and a two-way starter, special teams. Cano will be on the field, 48-minute game. He's going to probably be on there 40-plus minutes. A guy that's a leader. The players look up to him. I was at one of their practices earlier this week, and you can tell he's the leader. As Coach Artis talked, he is the heart and soul of this team of Central Bears on the 2024 edition.
Player profile brought to you by Merle Norman Studio. Come visit Natalie and Kelsey Pence, owners of the Merle Norman Studio. They specialize in creating customized skincare and makeup routines to fit each person's individual needs. Plus, they have a great selection of clothing, handbags, jewelry, and other accessories. They're located 507 North Green River Road in Evansville. Call them 812-476-0657. Let's step aside on our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and keys to the game next on IndianaSRN.
And as we look back and give thanks for the life of Sam Featherstone, show us the way that
The goal isn't graduation day. It's a better every day after. It's the first day in your new career, your first pay raise, the 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family, or the day of your last car loan payment, much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree, we care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
We're back on our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. They provide 24/7 car washing daily in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive on the west side. The Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. Starting lineups tonight are brought to you by the Merle Norman Studio. We take a look at the Tigers offense, who through 2 games is averaging 36 points.
Nice job there. Again, a veteran ball club. They have 9 of the 11 starters are juniors and seniors. Jalen Probst and Xander App, a couple of sophomore third game starters. As the Memorial offense, as you talked about, has done very well, putting points on the board and moving the football, and a lot of experience. You've got the 4 sets of receivers, Schultz, Dockery, Enslinger, and Elsperman. Coach Hurley has had Matthew Fisher really put the ball to a lot of the receivers. And, of course, the running back, Dylan Kendrick, is one of the top rushers in the conference.
Defensively for the Tigers, they're allowing 10 points per game. They've been flying all around, Mike. 19 tackle for losses through 2 games.
And doing a great job on all, the front 4, the 3 linebackers, and 4 in the secondary. A new starter in there, Queso Jean. He's in there for Liam Bryant, and also actually Connor Hoare has been in there each and every week for Matthew Hawkins, who has not been able to get on the field. Hopefully next week that will happen. But those 2 guys have really done a nice job. Of course, very active secondary, and 3 great linebackers in Brochier's Brackett and O'Donohue.
For the Central offense, over half of their offense is on the ground, averaging 133 yards carrying the ball.
A nice job in there as they're leading. Lance Gow has rushed for almost 160 yards. In fact, he had 114 last week against Boise. And so their running backs, anybody's just going to get the ball. Hunter Brochures is going to throw it. And we'll be talking about number 4, Nathaniel Kano, a lot. They've got an older line, but not a lot of experience.
And the Central defense, they gave up 45 points week 1 against Mater Dei, held Boise to just 14 points last week.
A 4 down lineman, 3 linebackers, 4 in the secondary. In fact, both defenses exactly the same, Jevin, as far as lining up. But their top tacklers, Ben Bowles, along with Kenyon Peoples. Their linebackers very active, Devon DeJarnette. They're going to be key to stopping the run game of the Memorial Tigers. Of course, that secondary is certainly going to be tested with the arm of Matthew Fisher.
Starting lineups are brought to you by Merle Norman Studio. Bears and Tigers week 3 here at Inlow Field. Again, with Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Redmond. As we take a look at this matchup, we previewed it just a bit, but focusing on both sides, some keys to the game for you tonight.
Memorial Tigers have great balance. They've been able to run the football with good yardage as well as pass the football. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Hurley offensively has come up with, and Coach Ben Johnson defensively, because the Central Bears, they run what they call a pistol formation. Everybody knows a shotgun. The quarterback about 5 yards behind gets the snap, but they have a running back couple yards behind the quarterback, so he'll line up there, split ends, tight ends, and they'll have 2 other backs in the backfield. They can line up just about anywhere, go in motion and so forth. So both defenses are going to be tested by wide open offenses. It's going to be an opportunity for one of these teams to advance, come away with a win.
All right, that wraps up our Royal Express Car Wash pregame show. When we come back, it's the kickoff between the Bears and the Tigers here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlets, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rocca Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rocca Bar Pizza.
Time for football on a very comfortable Friday evening at Enlow Field with Mike Scavara. I'm Jevin Redman. Week 3 of high school football action. Tigers trying to move to 3-0. They won the toss, deferred the second half. Therefore, the Tigers will kick off. As our officiating crew tonight is Brian Schneider, David George, Nick Alcorn, Tim Alcorn, and Chris Brunson on a 79-degree evening. A bit cooler than last week and ready for week 3, Mike.
Great football time. First time home for the Memorial Tigers here at Enlow Field. We talked about Central being here, coming away with a 15-14 win last week over the Bossy Bulldogs. Deep is Graham along with Stewart, and we are ready for football week number 3 here on IndianaSRN.org.
Pate Barrett with the opening kickoff. Good end-over-end kick drifting toward the end zone, and a touchback to get things underway.
Second touchback of the year for the junior kicker, as the Memorial defense will line up 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, 4 in the secondary. And we talked about the pistol offense triggered by sophomore quarterback Hunter Broshier. Again, he's the leader of the offense for Central, the leader of the defense, Alex Broshier's. Jevin, they're cousins.
Broshier's in a sophomore season, 24 for 46. 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Last year, when these two teams played, on Broshier's first pass of the night, it was a pick 6 as he goes under center after the touchback from the Central 20-yard line. Peoples moves left to right. Gow is the running back. And an awkward-looking first play goes for a couple.
I think they might have went what they call a silent count. He didn't say anything, and next thing you know, the center snapped the ball. Give him a couple.
Bears get 4 on their first play. It's 2nd and 6. Fairly balanced attack rushing-wise. The Bears offense 133 on the ground through the air, 110 per game. Be 2nd and 6 from their own 24-yard line. Broshiers goes under center once again. The give is up the middle. Lance Gow, the junior running back, tries to bull his way forward. He gets past the 25 to the 26. A pickup of 2, and it sets up 3rd and 4.
Broshiers on there. We got starting at one of the ends. Robert Campbell coming in, getting a start here tonight. Yes, Quentin Merkel also at defensive end.
Broshiers in on that tackle. Number 1 of this Tigers defense, his 30th tackle of the year.
And Central has switched their offense. They've gone with the quarterback under center.
3rd and 4. First down is the 30. Opening drive of the game. Broshiers hands off to Gow again. Moving left side, he's undercut just behind the line of scrimmage. Tigers defense swallowed him up, and that sets up a 4th down play.
Alex Broshiers and Quentin Merkel on the stop, and looks like they're going to be a punt formation.
So Broshiers back-to-back tackles there. No gain on the play. It's 4th and 3, which they bring on the punter for Central.
Lavander Wallace, number 19. Kano has been punting before.
Tigers send 2 back to return the kick. Per usual, it is Dockery and Elsterman. Dockery to the far side of your screen. Elsterman near side. Tigers defense forces a 3 and out. Everything clean on the punt. It's a shorter kick. Middle of the field. Tigers back away from it. And the Bears will down it just inside the 45-yard line as we see the Tigers offense for the first time tonight.
Just an 18-yard punt, so the Memorial Tigers will get great field position on their first possession. Just underway, 9:57 to go in the ball game. Central goes 3 and out. The Tigers offense on 1st and 10 in Central territory.
Wrights Memorial High School, they are in their 100th year, providing an environment where God inspires, they educate, and students thrive. You can join them for their year-long celebration by checking out the website, wrightsmemorial.org, for more information. For wide receiver set for Fisher and Crew. Kendrick in the backfield, Elsterman in motion. They fake it to him. Kendrick goes right up the middle, stutter stepping 35-yard line, and he carries a tackler past the first down marker. Kendrick gets to the 31. That's a gain of 13 for the junior running back.
Good line surge by the Memorial Tigers. Bowles on the tackle, but not after a quick first down and double-digit carry for the junior.
Kendrick last week at North had 9 carries for 60 yards. Tigers averaging 36 points per game through their first 2. On the ground, 145. Through the air, 227.
2 backs in the backfield, Horning and Kendrick.
Fisher drops back to pass, under pressure, steps up, takes off running. Moving in between the hash marks, he slides in between 2 Bears defenders to the 25-yard line. Fisher gained 6, and Mike, last week Fisher used his legs quite a bit. He had 3 rushing touchdowns.
He did, 51 yards rushing. That was a career high.
One of those touchdown runs was a 39-yard variety.
And Fisher looked downfield and very quickly figured out his receivers were covered. So he used his legs to get half of the first down.
Linebacker Ben Bowles made the last tackle for Central. 2nd and 5. They go back to Kendrick. He has some room, moving to his right, and he steams over a Central defender. He's inside the red zone, right around the 15-yard line. And Kendrick with back-to-back runs of 13 and now 11.
Nice job there by the offensive line, and with 4 down linemen, there's a couple of spaces in that defensive line. You got 6 gaps and only 4 with covered, so they've exploited that middle of the line here early.
Tigers inside the Weikert Realtors, the Schultz Group red zone. From the Bears 15, trips wide receivers to the near side. Dockery, the lone wide receiver far side. Quick pass near side, Elsterman. Tries to angle around the defender. He stays inbounds and gets into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. 14-yard pass, Fisher to Elsterman.
Nice job there. They brought the outside receiver in, and Elsterman went out in the flat. He caught 3 touchdown passes last year against Central. He gets an early one here as we'll watch the replay. 3 receivers. The 2 outside guys go in, and they flip it out to Elsterman, and Elsterman gets 6, and the Tigers are on the board here with 8:24 to go in the first.
Quick 4-play drive. Barrett on for the PAT. He's 9 for 9 this year. Schultz is the holder, and he botches it. Tries to get away, then gets tripped up. So second time this year that Schultz had some problems with the snap. So it stays 6-0 Tigers here early first quarter.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life.
I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment.
And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
Tigers score first. They lead at 6-0. Barrett with a kickoff, and he has his second touchback in as many kickoffs this evening. Recapping the last drive for the Tigers, they go 4 plays, 44 yards, and 133. It was a 14-yard touchdown pass to Luke Elsterman, and then Schultz had a hard time with the snap, so the PAT failed. Scoring drive brought to you by Simplicity Furniture. They are located at 1309 North Green River Road in Evansville. Have fun shopping for furniture with Kelsey Coslet and his father, Pat.
Let's see what kind of offensive sets that Central runs out. They might go back to their pistol, but no, they have a pistol formation. 2 backs on either side with 1 back in the middle, man in motion.
This is Gow up the middle. He was quickly swarmed by linebacker Alex Broshier as he Wrapped him up around the ankles. A pickup of 2 or 3 for the junior Lanskow.
Central trying to get some offensive movement in between the tackles so far in their first and second possession. Give them a couple.
Gow came in for the Bears through 2 weeks, averaging about 5 yards per carry. He's a 5'10 junior, 185 pounds. Second and 8 from their own 22.
Now they go into the pistol formation. Look to throw.
Broshears, his first pass of the night, comes near side, and it's a miscommunication. Also, the wide receiver fell to the turf. That was Nathaniel Kano, 3rd and 8.
Yeah, he was supposed to make an out, but he fell forward. Get brand new turf here at Enloe, and looks nice. And when it's brand new, in the turf, you got to pick your feet up a little higher, and that might have been a turf
monster.
Turf monster, that's right. It's now 3rd and long.
Bears offense went 3 and out their first drive of the night. They spread them. Balance set, 2 left, 2 right. And Central will use a timeout. We'll take it with them, 6-0 Tigers.
Tiger fans,
But after the play, dead ball foul, personal foul against Memorial. As you said, will give Central their initial first. Somebody might have said something that shouldn't have been said. So they'll march it out from the 27 all the way out to 42-yard line.
That gives Central their first down of the night. About 5 minutes gone here in the opening quarter, 6-0 Tigers.
Just that short, quick pass, almost like a long handoff. So a fresh set of downs for Central. Yeah, they came away with a 15-14 win last week. And their first win of the 2024 season.
So from the 42, Broshears hands off up the middle. First carry for Javarius Graham. Keeps those feet moving and is able to carve out 7 yards to the 49-yard line. Good aggressive running by the junior Graham. His 8th carry of the year.
Looks like they might have had him tackled for a loss, but finally Connor Hoare comes up with the stop. Also with Grayson Carter. So good yardage on first down. Just power football. And they had 3 backs in the backfield. They led with those 2 backs on either side of Broshears, and Gow picked up good yardage. Same play.
Yep, they go right back to him, lowering his shoulder, aggressive running by Graham. He gets right around the first down marker, needed 3 yards. It's about what he got in the Tigers' territory on the 5th play of the drive.
On the stop, Jake Lively. Very close to a first down. They're going to look at it. Right below us. And we're broadcasting from the 50-yard line inside Bosse High School.
Look at that last run again by Graham. Back-to-back carries by him.
Good offensive line surge. Lively fills from the outside, but running back falls forward.
So after the measurement, about as close as it can get, the white hat says that's short.
About 3 credit cards. You put those together, and that's what it was. So do you put Broshears under center and make them sneak? You got Hoare and Combs, the 2 D tackles.
Either that or Graham has had back-to-back good runs. It's like a strong runner.
Yeah.
Graham came in 7 carries for 102 and a touchdown. Halfway through this first quarter, second drive of the night for Central. They come in 101 of the season. First time they're in Tigers territory.
so that will bring it 3rd and 1 for the Bears.
We'll bring everybody up tight. Memorial will bring their linebackers up. It's be like a rugby scrum here, maybe.
I'll see if Broshears just keeps it himself. He does. Again, doesn't need a whole lot, but that pile will get plenty on the push forward. Forward progress shut off at the 46-yard line. Broshears never went down, but his forward progress was shut off. First down to the 46.
Yeah, this drive kept alive by a third down personal foul penalty that gave Central a fresh set of downs. It's like that give them a little confidence.
Bears offense scored 7 points opening week against Mater Dei. They put up 15 points last week against Boise. It was just enough in their 15-14 win. And their first victory for the program since October of 2021. Snapped a long losing streak.
Pistol formation. 2 split ends.
Here's the give this time to Graham after 2 good runs. He is engulfed by 4 blue jerseys well in the backfield. He'll lose 4 on that carry.
Connor Hoare, the first to hit. And
Graham a bit slow to get up. Hopefully he's okay.
And that'll be a tackle, a loss of 3 or 4 yards, about 4 yards.
One thing this Tigers defense has excelled in through the first 2 weeks. They came in with 19 tackles for losses. Big one there, sets up 2nd and 14. Ball just inside the 50-yard line.
Good penetration there by Hoare to come up with the tackle for loss.
Broshears has thrown just once tonight. It was an incomplete pass. He'll throw here on 2nd and long in the flat, and it's incomplete. Trying to hook up with Lance Gow, the running back, who hopped out in the flat. Incomplete pass. It's 3rd down.
Very active linebacker Alex Broshears on the coverage. Third down and long. Incompletion stops the clock. 4:48 to go. Memorial scored on their initial possession. All their passes, Jevon, have been of the short variety, in and out.
Third and 14. Pendleton's in motion. Broshears drops back. Here comes some pressure. There is Pendleton. He catches. Tries to scamper near sideline. Reaches the football out. And now a flag flies in, a late hit. Will tack on more yards. They had the first down anyways on the catch to Pendleton. And this drive continues for Central.
They brought him out of the backfield, and the Tiger defense did not account for him. Put him in motion. Goes out into the right flat, gets pressure, and he was wide open, gets down the sidelines, and then gets out of bounds and gets pushed more and all the way onto the track. So they'll tack on some more yardage.
It's now 2 personal foul penalties on this drive against the Tigers defense. This one takes it all the way inside the 25-yard line, and they'll actually take it to the 19, so they're inside the red zone. 4:40 to go opening quarter, 6-0 Tigers. It's been a lengthy drive. This will be play number 10 of this drive for Central.
Yeah, it started with 8:24 on the first quarter clock.
Gow, the running back, behind Broshears under center. They slide Peoples left to right, and they give it to Gow. Not much running room there. 38, Connor Hoare was the first to get to him.
He does a nice job falling forward. Garrett Hamilton also on the stop.
Looks like maybe a half-yard gain. We'll say 2nd and 9.
Confidence builder for the Central Bears here and moving against that first unit defensively for the Tigers. Wide side of the field to the left. A lot of room there.
Ben Bold's back there for the first time tonight. He's the linebacker on the Central defense. He's to the right hip of Broshears, who will pass on 2nd down. He'll flip it out here near side, staying in bounds. And with the catch is Garnett. It's a short completion. It'll be 3rd and about 5.
Good pinpoint accuracy there by Hunter Broshears. Out in the right flat, defender right there. So certainly 4-down territory for the Central Bears. Looking to get a score and make the extra point. They can take the lead on the Tigers.
The Tigers had the ball for 93 seconds in their opening drive when 4 plays, 44 yards. But Central with a good response here. Play number 12 upcoming from the Tigers' 16-yard line.
Overall defense looking for a turnover.
Empty set, 5 wide receiver spread for Central. Broshears comes near side. Pass is caught. That is Pendleton. Pinballs his way out of bounds. He is short of the first down.
Joseph Henke, the man who hit him first.
Looks like he got 2 there, so it's 4th and 5. Ball at the 15-yard line, coming up on 3.5 to go opening quarter.
Cal Armstrong, he had a 27-yard field goal last week, but they're disdain the field goal and play clock down to 10.
This will be play number 13 of the drive. Can the Tigers get a stop? Broshears in the pocket. He's going to heave it toward the end zone. Way too long for Garnett, who was leaking out toward the back of the end zone. So play number 13 was lucky for the Tigers defense as they get a stop inside the red zone.
So a stop on downs, and the Tigers offense will come back out. How many play drive was that?
13.
13. And that ate up 5 minutes and 21 seconds. But the Tiger defense held. As that went from their own 20 to the Memorial 15-yard line. So a 65-yard drive comes up empty for Central.
So the Tigers take over from their own 15-yard line. Kendrick back there with Fisher here on 1st and 10. Fisher moving to his right, sets his feet, he launches deep down the field. Elsperman can't get to it in time, couple of steps too far. Had a step on his defender, incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Before the second down play, thanks to the Wrights Memorial Athletic Booster Club, they're a sponsor of tonight's broadcast on IndianaSRN. Continue the tradition of supporting Memorial Athletics by joining and supporting the Booster Club. You can join them for their annual steak night. That is September 28th at the school for great food and fellowship. Like them on Facebook for more Booster Club information.
That pass went 60 yards in the air.
He threw pretty easy. Here's Kendrick on 2nd and 10. He's had a couple of solid runs. This time he hops his way through the middle of the field past the 25. Past the 20-yard line to the 21, a pickup of 6.
Big third down play, both sides, Central defense and Memorial offense. They're going to try to keep from going 3 and out. Central playing inspired football here tonight.
Kenyon Peoples, second leading tackler for the Bears defense, made the stop there. Third down and 4. Now they go with a Wildcat. Fisher comes to the near side. They got Elshman lined up at the quarterback spot. Kendrick to his right hip. Elshman's going to take off running, trying to follow his blocker Kendrick, and now Elsperman slides his way short of the first down. Had to get to the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure he gained out any yardage.
No.
So good defense that time by Central. Will force the punt.
So it's a 3 and out, and now Fisher will have to punt it away. 7 punts this year, average of 38 yards per kick. He had a 55-yard punt last week at North. He'll need a good boot to flip the field here for the Tigers as they lead 6-0 late first quarter. Kano is back deep to return the punt for Central. He's around his own 40. Play clock at 5 seconds. Tigers trying to get lined up here. And right before the snap, Memorial uses a timeout. 6-0 Tigers late first quarter.
Licensed Sports Official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Tigers about to punt on 4th and 4 from their own 22-yard line. Kano will return for Central. 6-0 Memorial with 1:25 to go in the first. Alongside Mike Scavara, I'm Jevin Redman.
Of course, this deep in your own side of the field, you always got a threat running or throwing the ball with Matthew Fisher punting.
He kicks it away. Wobbly kick. See how it bounces. Well, it won't matter because it's out of bounds over on the Tigers sideline. And they mark it off to the Tigers 45-yard line. So now Central will begin in plus territory, their third drive of the evening.
Just a 24-yard punt. So this time Central will start in Tiger territory.
Well, the last Central drive went 13 plays, took over 5 minutes off the clock, and installed at the Tigers' 15-yard line with a turnover on downs. But on that drive, there was 2 personal foul penalties that equated to 30 yards. And now, before the snap, the flag flies from the white hat. Illegal substitution on Central.
Yeah, they've had 12 men in the huddle time before that too, and not called, but you cannot break a huddle with more than 11 guys.
Mm-hmm. So that makes life a bit more difficult for Central now. 1st and 15 for the midfield stripe. Broshears gives it to Gal, marching left side. He's met right past the line of scrimmage, a gain of 2.
Merkel and Combs on the stop. Give him a tough yard.
So Combs, the junior, made the stop there. He came in 5th in tackles on this Tigers defense through 2 weeks. 2nd and 14 from the Memorial 49-yard line. Could be the final play of the quarter inside of 40 seconds.
Going back to their traditional pistol offense.
They fake the handoff. Broshears heaves it toward the Tigers sideline. Nobody home. And yeah, it's going to be an intentional grounding against Broshears. He was down outside the pocket and there was nobody in the vicinity.
At least nobody wearing white.
Intentional grounding will back him up even further.
Decision time. Do you take the play or do you take the penalty? They're going to back it off 5 yards.
Well, it's a loss of down, so it'll be 3rd and 19. I haven't really seen Broshears throw the ball deep down the field yet tonight.
3 receivers out to the right.
Broshears, quick release, cross the middle, and a couple of Tigers had a chance to pick it off. The first man there was Connor O'Donohue. Then off his deflection, J.J. Lowry almost had himself a pick. But the Tigers will get it anyways on a punt, 4th and 19.
Yeah, Lowry had 4 interceptions last year as a sophomore. Would have liked to have had those first of the year here.
So we'll see the punt come from Central, and this will be Nathaniel Cano. He has 5 punts this year, has averaged just shy of 40 yards. He didn't punt the first one of the night, though, but he's out there this time. Elstrom, the lone man back to return the kick. Tigers sent 10. Fair catch called by Elstrom, shy of the 25-yard line as a flag comes in from the near side official.
Maybe somebody lined up offsides.
It's a personal foul face mask against Central, so Tigers get a bit better field position. As we remind you that Carreso Landscape has been serving the Evansville, Newburgh, and surrounding communities for over 20 years. For all of your landscaping, installation, and maintenance. If you are not satisfied with your lawn or landscaping, contact Carreso at 812-853-6868 or online at Carreso.com.
There was a flag on the play. It was a personal foul
It's the third personal foul penalty of the night. 2 against the Tigers, now 1 against the Bears, which means Memorial will start from their own 43-yard line. 21 seconds to go here in the first. Central offense has been on the field for the majority of this quarter. The Tigers had a 4-play drive. They scored, and their second possession was a 3-and-out. So this will just be their 8th offensive play of the game. High formation. Fisher gives it to Kendrick. Setter steps through the line, and he lunges forward to the 46. It was a tough 3 yards for Dylan Kendrick, and that carry takes us to the end of the first quarter. The Bears hanging tough after 1. Tigers lead at 6-0 here on IndianaSRN.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar. Oh, yeah.
After 1 quarter, Central and Memorial doing battle here in week 3. Tigers have a 6-0 lead. And Mike, for the Bears, coming off their first win in almost 3 years. Pretty inspiring football the first 12 minutes by them.
They've hung tough defensively after that first drive for the Tigers that ended up in a touchdown pass from Fisher to Elsperman. 3 yards for Dylan Kendrick on that, so we'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Tigers' first play of quarter number 2.
Fisher looking to pass. Quick release, caught left side. That's Anslinger, who had 2 touchdown grabs last week at North. And he takes it into Central territory to the 43. And that is good enough for a Tigers first down, about 10 yards in that completion.
Just, that was all 4 receivers, what they call go routes. You just go run downfield, find a seam. Fisher found Anslinger and picked up the first. Here's a replay here. Just a short pass, and he gets about 7 yards after the catch. Yards after the catch. They call that yak.
Yak, yeah.
Into Central territory. Screen.
Pump fake. They give it to Elsperman. He's got 1 blocker out there. Now head of steam 30. Elsperman 20 to the 10. Slow developing play. Doesn't matter. 43 yards. Touchdown Tigers. Elsperman is 2nd touchdown catch of the night.
We saw that one way up here in the schoolyard as they fake the run. Here's your replay. Watch the top of the screen there. They invite the defensive line in. They put it out, and the linemen, they can be downfield if the ball is caught behind the line of scrimmage. Elsperman does, and sprints down the sidelines for his 2nd touchdown reception from Fisher, as you called it, as Barrett tries to add the 13th point.
They get the snap down this time. Barrett's kick is good. 13-0 Tigers. Early 2nd quarter here at Enloe Field.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Simplicity Furniture scoring drive for the Tigers. They now lead 13-0. It was a quick drive, 3 plays, 57 yards in 55 seconds. 43-yard touchdown pass, the screen pass to Luke Elsterman. He scored untouched to the end zone. This will be the first return for Central with Graham. Oh, that was a vicious collision between him and also Jake Brackett. I've seen Graham with several very aggressive runs tonight. He takes it past the 30-yard line. Some scores elsewhere as we look at some SIAC scores. After one quarter, North and Harrison are scoreless. First quarter, Castle leads Bossy 19-0. And then late first quarter, Wrights just took a 14-7 lead against Jasper. And in the first quarter, Monterey leads Vincennes 10-0. And that scoreboard update is brought to you by Kipley's, located in Evansville on the corner of the Lloyd Expressway and Bakey Avenue. Join them before or after the game for great food and fun. Drive starts with the Bears from their own 33-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers set. Broshears, Tigers rush 4. Pass across the middle, almost picked again as Joseph Hickey was right there. Incomplete.
Along with Alex Broshears. Hickey doesn't make that tackle on the kickoff. Central's wide run down the sidelines. Tigers just rushed 4, dropped 7 that time. Couldn't find a passing lane to connect.
Same setup once again, 5 wide receivers. Broshears looks to the other side. Quick connection. This is Pendleton. And he scampers out to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 7. And Mike, that's one of those plays. It's like a long handoff.
Exactly. Wes Kelly, the junior, played a lot of safety here this last couple of weeks. Stops him at the 40. So big play here. Keep the drive alive for the Central Bears. They trail 13-0. 7 point on that last possession for the Tigers. And Fisher throwing 2 touchdown passes to Luke Elsperman. That's your scoring.
On third straight play with a 5 wide receiver alignment. Broshears, 3-step drop, rifles one to the far side, incomplete for Devin Stewart. And it's 4th down.
Joseph Hinkey out there again, along with Jake Brackett. Central, their own 40. They're going to go for it. Looks like they got the offense still on the field.
Could be a thought of what do we have to lose if you're Central.
Yeah.
Big underdog, you're down 13 points. You're not going to win by punting the football throughout the night. So
or you
why not roll the dice?
Go for a long count here and try to draw the Tigers off sides.
Play clock at 5 seconds. 4th and 3 for Central, and they got it. Tigers jump off sides. Good call, partner, on the hard count.
Second first down via the penalty for Central. Actually 3, because they had 2 personal fouls as well. Penalties have definitely hurt the Tiger defense here tonight. Rocher's an accurate arm. You know, he's averaging 23 passes a game, and the way this game has gone so far, he's going to exceed that.
So a fresh set of downs from the 45. The give is to Gow, off right tackle, and he is sandwiched behind the line of scrimmage. Another tackle for loss for this Tigers defense. Looked like Connor Hoare was the first to get to him.
Yeah, he and Brady Combs, the 2 defensive tackles.
It's a loss of 2.
Looks like Hoare was the first guy in there, so that's his second tackle for loss tonight. And all season long, the Greer's Flooring America scoreboard, 812-471-0400. Give them a call if you need some flooring.
Hunter Broshears delivers a pass toward the Tigers sideline, caught by Kenyon Peoples as he gets forced out of bounds a yard shy of the 50. Gain of 6. So they get halfway to that first down marker. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Broshears rolls them out of bounds. In the short pass game, working well. And wide side of the field out to the left.
That's very well. If they don't lose yardage, could be 4-down territory again for Central. There's an offsides penalty against the Tigers defense that kept this current drive alive on 4th and 3. Hunter Broshears is going to hand off, and slung to the turf is Javarius Graham. That was Queso Jean who is hanging on for dear life. And the 6'1 defensive end, 220 pounds, just slammed to the turf. A pickup of 2.
Well, we've been here before. It was 4th and 4. I'm sure Coach Ben Johnson and his defensive staff says, watch the ball, don't listen to the quarterback. Good job that time by Jean, holding his ground, holding the runner for about a 2-yard gain.
We'll see if they go with a hard count once again.
Pistol formation.
4th and 4. Broshears spins one too high. Had a man open there. That was Nathaniel Kano. But the pass was too high for the 6'2 senior. Second time the Bears have turned it over on downs, and the Tigers will get good field position right around the 50. That's a 7-play drive that ends.
Yeah, just over the head of Kano that time. Here's your replay. Just that quick out, get the first down yardage, can't connect. Tigers get the ball.
Well, the 2 times Memorial has scored. 4 plays in 133, 3 plays in 55 seconds. They lead 13-0, 3 minutes gone here in the second. And there's a hard count from Fisher. He returns the favor and gets Central to jump off sides. If you need a new front door, Lansing Home Showroom sells and installs a wide variety of exterior doors. You can learn more at LansingHomeShowroom.com. First and 5 from the 45. Horning is the fullback next to Fisher. Kendrick the running back.
Offense, Horning to the right.
This is Kendrick marching right side. Now he cuts back between the hash marks, stiff arm past the 40. And Kendrick keeps those feet turning to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 11 for Dylan Kendrick and a Tigers first down.
7 first downs for the Tigers. 3 on the rush, 4 on the pass. Central with 5, 3 of those by Tiger penalties. First set of downs for Memorial, looking for more. Up 13-0. A couple of touchdown passes from Matthew Fisher to Luke Elsperman, Pete Barrett, good on 1 extra point. Tigers.
Back to Kendrick again. Starts right, now spins left. Got turned around to the 29-yard line. It's a healthy gain of 5 on first down.
Good offensive line surge that time by the Memorial offensive line.
Flag came in from the umpire, middle of the field. This is a personal foul against Central. Will give the Tigers a first down. So each team now with 2 personal foul penalties. Memorial trying to go up 3 scores here with 8:14 to go in the second.
An offensive line of Mattingly, Jones, Probst, Zander, and Carr. Zander App.
So it takes the Bears 14-yard line. They're inside the Weichert Realtors Schultz Group red zone. Elsherman has the 2 touchdown catches tonight for Memorial. He's on the far side of your screen along with Dockery. They fake it to Kendrick. Pass comes near side. Horning catches the 10 to the 5. He runs through a tackler, knocks over the pylon. Touchdown Tigers. An aggressive score for the senior Landon Horning. His second touchdown catch of the season, and the Tigers lead 19-0.
Same play, just kind of the short side of the field that time when with Horning out of the backfield. Same concept, different formation, and the Tigers get on the board as Fisher. He's had 3 touchdown passes for his career on several occasions, and he's got a lot of time to maybe get a new career high. Barrett, the kick.
8 touchdown passes this year for Fisher. PAT good from Barrett. Tigers lead by 20. 7:43 to go here in the second.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Tigers on their very fast scoring drive. They lead 20-0 on IndianaSRN. Barrett with the kickoff. He's got 2 touchbacks tonight. This is a shorter kick returned by Javarius Graham. And Graham is shut off at the 25-yard line. So 3 plays, 51 yards, and a minute 14 seconds. 14-yard touchdown pass to Landon Horning, his second receiving score of the year, as that is brought to you by Simplicity Furniture.
Connor O'Donohue on the stop on special teams. Central set up shop from their own 24, looking to get some points on the board.
Well, Central's offense has had a couple of promising drives that have fizzled. 13-play drive that ended at the 15-yard line of Memorial. Their last drive, 7 plays, was halted around the 50-yard line. Up the middle, stumbling a bit, is Lance Gow. That is his best run of the night. It goes for 9.
Not so sure he got hit by a defender. Just good job leaning forward, moving his feet, and picks up good yardage.
Second and 4 from the 30, 5 minutes gone here in quarter number 2.
That pistol formation. Kano will come more in the tight there. He's their top receiver.
Broshears spins one near side, and maybe miscommunication. Nobody came out here, and a flag flies in from the far official. I believe that'll be intentional grounding. There was nobody within maybe 30 yards of it.
Well, he thought Kano was going to go long, and he cut the route short.
So now there's a communication between the officials maybe about whether it should be intentional grounding or not. It could have been just a miscommunication between the quarterback and the wide receiver.
I think that's the case. Got an extra official, I think, in the stands for Central.
He has been on top of it all night.
We do have crowd mics, and every once in a while you get that. And hey, you know what? He was right. So that'll bring up a third down. Tiger defense looking to force the issue.
So 3rd and 4 now for the Bears from their own 30. Hunter Broshears receives a snap looking near side and off the right hand of Kano. The pass is incomplete. The 3rd time tonight they've tried to hook up with Kano, but to no avail. 4th and 4, and the Bears I think will punt it away as they're backed up at their own 30, but then again, they got that hard count to work earlier in the game.
Well, they punted twice and has left the ball on downs twice, but this is definitely a punt situation. And they're taking turns punting as Kano got the second one. And Wallace got the first. Now he gets the third. As Dockery and Elsperman deep for the Memorial Tigers, either side of the 40-yard line.
Low snap. And it's a line drive kick bouncing at the 40. Dockery backs up. Now he will return it. 3 Bears are there. Dockery able to stay on his feet before he is pushed out of bounds. About a 5-yard return or so for him.
Yeah, I got about on the 34, and let's see where they mark it. So a 42-yard punt and a return of about 10 yards. So the Tigers will set up shop.
Well, all 3 of the scoring drives tonight for the Tigers have been 93 seconds or faster. Metro offense has been on the field for the majority of this game. The Tigers lead 20-0. 6:36 to go here in the first half. Fisher, maybe some miscommunication there. Hands off to Kendrick. And he will take it into Central Territory past the first down marker to the 44.
Wasn't a play of beauty, but you got a first down. Wasn't quite sure. As you see the replay there, a little hesitation. I don't know if Kendrick maybe thought it was going to be a fake run. Fisher says, no, we're going to give it to you. And we're going to let you get a first down into Central Territory.
This time they go with the fullback Horning. And he is wrestled down after a short gain. One of the helmets popped off on the Tigers lineman.
Zane McCutcheon in on stop for Central.
Looks like Horning got 3 yards. Horning does have a touchdown catch tonight. That was a 14-yard variety earlier in this quarter.
Must have had an equipment issue because coming off the field was Parker Mattingly.
Yeah, his helmet came off.
Okay.
Second and 7. Elshman and Dockery now come near side of your screen. Fisher to throw. Has all kinds of time. Launches toward the end zone. Dockery, 101 coverage, comes back for it, and he held on. Oh my, touchdown Tigers. Incredible catch by Luke Dockery. 41 yards. Had to come back for it with a defender draped on him. Incredible catch. 26-0 Tigers.
And Fisher puts that about 50 yards up in the air. And Dockery comes up, but here's your replay. Fisher standing just inside his own 50, arcs it up. Couple of defenders. Dockery comes up with the jump ball and gets 6. And Fisher, his 4th touchdown pass of the night.
Baird on for the PAT once again. And his kick is perfect. What a throw, what a catch. 27-0 Tigers. 5:14 to go here in half number 1.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Ensuing kickoff after the Tigers score goes to Javarius Graham, middle of the field. And Graham is able to navigate to the 31-yard line. Well, another fast-scoring drive for the Tigers so far of their 4 scores. 4 plays, 3 plays, 3 plays, and the most recent one, you guessed it, 3 plays. 56 yards and 122. 41-yard touchdown pass to Luke Dockery. Makes it 27-0 Tigers, and that is 4 touchdown passes tonight for Matthew Fisher after he had 2 last week, including 3 rushing scores.
And I'm going to have to look in the archives, but I'm going to say that that's a career high touchdown passes in a ball game.
So the drive for Central starts from their own 31-yard line. Give up the middle. Ball squirts free. Lance Gow was the running back, but I think Central was able to come up with it. They get a few extra yards because of the fumble.
Brackett and Brashears there making the tackle. Ball rolls forward. Actually, the fumble gave him a yard or 2 more. Mark it at the 34.
They'll pick up about 3. Looks like they say Alex Spencer, the right tackle, was the man that recovered the fumble. Here comes the pressure. Brashears has to get rid of it quickly, and it's incomplete. Linebacker Jake Brackett was over there, almost had a chance for an interception. I believe a flag did come in as well. It's against Central.
Merkel and Combs putting pressure on Hunter Brashears. Looks like they whistled a penalty against Central.
Yeah, so the officials' arm go out towards Central. Not sure what the actual penalty was, though.
If it's 10 yards, it's probably a hold.
Yep. So instead of 3rd and 8, Central now has a 2nd and long.
6 penalties for 55 yards. The Tigers, they have 3 for 35. Long way to go.
Hunter Brashears heaves it. Double coverage, and it's incomplete. Off the hands of J.J. Lowry, the intended target. The wide receiver for Central, Devin Stewart, maybe broke up an interception. Good coverage by the Tigers. A couple of blue jerseys around Stewart. Sets up 3rd and long.
Yeah, went deep. Went for the bundle that time. There's your replay there. They had him short and long covered. And again, he gets that ball in the air about 35, 40 yards. Beautiful night for a football game. Wind was out of the north. I think the front probably blew through about in the pregame.
It's been a great weekend. Lower 70s is the high.
Great to be a weatherman this kind of weather.
With a 5 wide receiver set, the quick hitter does not work out as the Tigers were all over that. Jake Lively with a punishing hit. A tackle for loss, and Central have to punt it away here with 4 minutes to go.
Elijah Pendleton was the guy. Let's see if we get the replay. Look at the top of your screen. Look, 32 blue, number 9 white. There's the hit. Perfect form tackle. Tackle for loss. Tigers will get the ball back. I think they call that's the category. They had that play covered.
Yeah. So it's 4th and 21. And they've been switching back and forth with punters. This time Nathaniel Kano will kick it from his own 5. Shorter kick. Hunter went down. Dockery on the return from the 45. Has a blocker out in front. Flag flies. Dockery scores, but it will be brought back. Needed 1 block. He got it, but it was an illegal block. I think Central was pleading for a foul on the punter as well, but no flag came from the White Hat.
Yeah, we'll get a punt return here. He got it on his own 45-yard line. He'll get credit for about 20-some yards on the return. Let's see where they mark it from. Looks like it's at the 19. So if that's the case, it'll be a 26-yard punt return. And another, yeah, it could have been blocking in the back. So that negates the punt return. And they'll mark it off, yeah, so from the 19 to the 29. Still great field position for the Tigers.
So the drive starts from the Central 29. Our official's back, Mike.
He got the call right again, did he?
And now we have a timeout called by Central. All Tigers here in the first half.
Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire. Pizza so good it'll take you higher. From Evansville, repping the town. Hot slices, cold drinks, best spot around. We're different, come see, we got what you need. Ice cold ski, that's the drink for your feet. Crispy crust, toppings for eternity. Come for the pizza, stay for.
Tigers football is brought to you by Mel K. For all of your commercial, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing needs at Mel K. Big projects, big solutions.
Matthew Fisher had his hand in 5 touchdowns last week, 3 rushing, 2 passing. He's got 4 passing here tonight so far.
Here's a quick pass to Elstraman. Could this be number 5? No, he's taken down inside the red zone, though. It goes to the 13. Pickup of 16, Fisher to Elstraman.
Evan Stewart to stop for Central and another first down. I got Memorial unofficially 12 first downs, and they're in the red zone.
That is brought to you by Weicker Realtors, the Schultz Group.
3 receivers out to the right. Schultz just in on a counter.
They hand it off to Kendrick, right up the gut, weaving his way through traffic, and he's slammed down inside the 5.
Peoples the stop.
And now there's flags after the play. Some activity toward the far side. Several Tigers and Bears were jawing at each other.
Called extracurricular activity, and we'll have to sort it out.
So personal foul against Central was the signal I just saw. I don't know if there's going to be another one coming. There's multiple flags out there.
The ball's at the 3.
So it is just a personal foul against Central, which will move the ball about a yard, half the distance. The Tigers now a chance to score on 3 plays, 4 straight drives. As they lead 27-0 here late second quarter.
There's only 6-0 at the end of the first quarter. So they've been up multiple points here. Horning, the fullback. Kendrick, the tailback. Fisher under center. They go tight end left.
Fisher hands off. Kendrick makes a man miss, and he walks into the end zone. He is shifty. Touchdown, Dylan Kendrick, and it's 33-0 Tigers. For Kendrick, his second rushing score of the year. And the Tigers will go for 2.
Yep. They get this. They could have a running clock if Central doesn't score.
They're going to pitch it left side. Kendry goes into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And it's 35-0 Tigers.
Those Casey's dugout where the flavor's on fire. Pizza so good it'll take you higher. From Evansville, repping the town. Hot slices, cold drinks, best spot around. We're different, come see, we got what you need. Ice cold ski, that's the drink for your feet. Crispy crust, toppings for eternity. Come for the pizza, stay for the
Well, after the Tigers score, they win for 2. They lead 35-0, and there was several flags thrown after we went to break. Unsportsmanlike against Central. There is 2 of them, and someone has been ejected. So frustrations boiling over for the Bears. Let's recap that last scoring drive. For the 4th straight scoring drive, 3 plays for the Tigers, 29 yards, 58 seconds. Dylan Kendrick, 2-yard touchdown run.
Well, if we've had 2 penalties, are they going to move the ball up to kick off?
So they just announced over the PA system here in Enlow Field that there's 2 ejections on the Central side. I have no idea who those are, but
nor do we care to identify.
Right.
So they're going to move them up from the 40, and if there's 2, you're going to move them up 30 yards.
So now the kickoff will be one of the shortest kickoffs we've ever seen, I think.
That's right. It looks like from the NFL. Yeah, and this is what it is. You try an onside kick here, because even if you are not successful, you'll have an opportunity to get the football.
One of our officials is over explaining everything to head coach Brandon Artis. So the kickoff will come from the 30.
He might just pooch it over to the left side, or the right side, I guess, of the receive team. Or he can try to kick it onto the Lloyd Expressway.
All right, so here it comes from the 30, and they'll just send it into the end zone.
It's his 3rd touchback.
Well, one thing to make note of, though, is, we would not identify the ejections, but those 2 players will have to miss next week's game as well for Central, as they'll play Vincennes at home, so that is problematic for the Bears.
9 penalties against Central, 4 of the personal foul variety. Memorial has 4 penalties and 2 of the personal foul variety, and we still got 2:42 before halftime.
And if the Tigers can keep it, this margin of 35 points, we'd have a running clock the entire second half. Tigers will get the football post-halftime. By the way, our halftime show is brought to you by Royal Express Car Wash. Tucker Smith will talk with Athletic Director Chad Dockery. Handoff. This is Gow. He goes nowhere because linebacker Alex Broshiers is right there to greet him.
No gain on the play.
You have a score in from the SIAC. Tight game at the bowl. Halftime, Wrights leads Jasper 14-7. Give you a full rundown of the SIAC scores at halftime as well. 2 minutes to go before recess from the 20. On second down, Hunter Broshiers throws it to the opposite side of the field. It's incomplete.
Up there, coverage was Joseph Hinkie. Well, Central, very promising. Had a 65-yard drive that got down to the Memorial 15. They were trailing 6-0, but since then, their offense has not been able to generate anything, and their defense is giving up 4 scores.
The Bears will have to hurry out of the huddle here. Play clock is down to 5 seconds. On 3rd and 10 from their own 20, it'll have to wait. We'll step aside.
Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as trivia night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Central just used their final time out of the opening half. They have a 3rd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 35-0 Tigers. New quarterback in there for this play, Zaylen Price, 6'2 senior, 220 pounds, and he's looking to pass there before the snap. Flag came, and it is offsides against Central. So that is flag number 10, right?
91 yards. So I'll back them up 5. Broshears comes back in at quarterback.
So Broshears back in there on 3rd and 15. Bears trying to scramble. 5 wide receiver alignment. Play clock at 2. They get it off just in time. Hunter Broshears in the pocket. Pressure came across the middle, and it goes off the fingertips of the intended target. That was Wallace, the Vanden Wallace. The pass was also deflected before Wallace had a chance to catch it.
Yeah, Alex Broshears dropping in his coverage like 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage was able to tip it. Here's your replay. Watch the middle of your screen. Hunter Broshears throws it. Alex Broshears tips it.
And so now his punt will essentially come from the end zone of Central. Tigers should get it in plus territory with Dockery and Elsterman to return. They've got 1:47 left here in the half. Punt away, middle of the field. Tigers back away from it, and they'll just let it roll. Takes a Central bounce to the 43.
.42-yard punt. No return.
Well, every scoring drive for the Tigers tonight has been quicker than 133. They've got 134 to work with here, and 2 timeouts in their back pocket.
You keep it on the ground.
Looks like the Tigers do have a new quarterback in there. Fisher is out. Luke Brown, the sophomore, 6'3", 175, is in under center. And there is a flag that's thrown well before the snap. It's against Central.
I think they might have had 12 guys out there.
12 guys out there for Central. Sets up 1st and 5. So the first action we've seen this year from Luke Brown. We'll see quite a few reserves, I'm sure, in half number 2. Brown turns around. He hands off to the backup running back who is taking it into Central territory. Far sideline, out of bounds past the 40, and that is Imony, the sophomore.
Good acceleration there as he looks to off left tackle, then kicks to the outside and puts it in central territory. Goes from the Memorial 43. Here's your replay. And they put it at the central 39-yard line, so pickup of 17.
We've seen the sophomore Imony late in games the first 2 weeks. He came in 7 carries for 33 yards. Brown hands off to Horning, running near side. Horning turns the corner, lowers his shoulder, and takes a couple of tacklers to the 32. It's a gain of 7 with a marker on the field. Personal foul against Memorial.
So that'll, if it's at the 42, face mask maybe? We can't tell from, or the opposite side from the press box. So they mark it from the 42 and they'll mark it back, 38 to the 48. So actually Horning is going to get 2 yard carry on that.
Handoff, Imony again to the 40. Gets out of one tackle to the 35-yard line, stiff arm. And he's angled out of bounds on the central sideline, shy of the 30. Got about 17 and 18 yards there did Gene Imony.
Great acceleration for the sophomore. As you can see, gets to the outside, breaks a tackle, and finally gets pushed out of bounds.
Second, and about 2.
See if they can get a sense of urgency here in the, I've heard a 2-minute drill. We're going to try to get a 1-minute drill here.
Brown hands off, Imony. Had about 3 or 4 guys laying where he was looking to run between the hash marks. It's a short gain, maybe a yard. 3rd down with 50 seconds left here in the half.
Looks like he was dancing with the stars there as far as. They don't get a first down here. They can just run the clock out.
Imony again. He gets the first down. The 26. That's a 5-yard gain. Stops the clock with 19 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Colton DeJarnette on the stop.
Clock starts to run again with 15 seconds left. The quarterback, Brown, is over at the Tigers' sideline. I think Memorial will be content with a 35-point halftime lead. They will get the football first to start the third. And time runs out here in half number 1. So the Tigers cruising here in week 3, trying to move to 3-0. So far, so good. 35-zip is your score. Halftime show up next on IndianaSRN.
Here at Hyundai of Evansville, we love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
The goal isn't graduation day.
It's a better everyday after. It's the first day in your new career. Your first pay raise. The 5th day of that week-long vacation. It's the first paid holiday home with your family. Or the day of your last car loan payment. Much sooner than you thought. At Ivy Tech Community College, we don't just care about your degree. We care about your life. Let's get started at ivytech.edu.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
$35-0 Tigers lead the Bears here at halftime. This is the Royal Express Car Wash halftime show. They provide daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive on the west side. The Rep family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes as well as unlimited wash plans, all at affordable prices. Scoring recap for the Tigers. They got on the board with 8:24 to go in the first quarter. 14-yard touchdown pass, the first of 4 touchdown passes from Matthew Fisher. The first one went to Luke Elsterman, 6-0 Tigers. And then Elsterman had a 43-yard touchdown catch. It was a screen pass. A lot of it was done after the catch from Elsterman. 13-0 Tigers. That was early second quarter. Then it was Landon Horning who hauled in a 14-yard touchdown pass to make it 20-0 Tigers with 7:43 to go in the second. The most impressive throw-in catch of the night came with 5:14 to go in the second. A 41-yard bomb from Fisher to Luke Docker, who had to come back for it with the defender right on his hip. He hauled it in for the touchdown, made it 27-0 Tigers, middle of the second quarter. And the final score of the half came on the ground from Dylan Kendrick, a 2-yard rushing touchdown. Kendrick's second rushing score of the season. Memorial went for 2. They converted thanks to Dylan Kendrick on the ground. And that is our halftime score, 35-0 Tigers here at Enloe Field. Back with more on our Royal Express Car Wash halftime show on IndianaSRN.
Does your home's exterior need a makeover? Consider a new entry door from Lensing Building Specialties. Browse classic and modern door styles to boost your home's curb appeal. Explore our wide variety of beautiful and energy-efficient entry and patio doors. Don't worry about the work. Schedule an appointment for our skilled techs to install it for you. Get started at lensingbuildingspecialties.com and make your home feel new again.
Melk, located in Evansville, Indiana, provides mechanical, electrical, and plumbing solutions nationwide. We deliver quality service to the industrial, commercial, and healthcare industries. If you have a big project, we bring big solutions. That includes designing and installing green energy systems that benefit your business. Our in-depth knowledge and commitment to safety make us the perfect partner in MEP contracting. Contact us for an estimate on your next project. Melk, big projects, big solutions.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Enloe Field here at halftime on your Burrs Flooring America scoreboard. It's Memorial 35-0 over Central, and we are at halftime. Our halftime brought to you here by Royal Express Car Wash. Royal Express Car Wash provides daily 24/7 car washing in Evansville, located right off the Lloyd Expressway on Pearl Drive on the west side. The Rupp family gives you fast and convenient one-time washes as well as unlimited wash plans, all of them at affordable prices. Well, the Memorial Tigers, again, as Jevin has chronicled here in the first half, they've got their last 4 scores were all on 3-play drives, and a couple of them were under a minute, and a couple of them were just a little bit over a minute. Unofficially, we've got Matthew Fisher, 6 of 7 for 139 yards passing. Luke Elsperman, a couple of touchdown receptions. Luke Dockery, 1 along with Landon Horning. Also a touchdown run by Kendrick. As Dylan Kendrick has 4 extra points by Pate Barrett. Kendrick also a 2-point run. And as we are here at halftime, we've got the athletic director for Evansville Memorial, Chad Dockery. Well, Chad, not only do you have the athletic duties, you got some coaching duties on the sideline. Just to kind of recap what was going on for the Tigers, what went right, except for maybe that one drive that Central had where the Tigers aided them with a couple of big penalties.
Yeah, a good first half when you look at the scoreboard, but for us, it's about getting better. And we come out, we have a really good first drive, and then we kind of self-destruct a little bit. We kind of fall apart, and I think it's hats off to Coach Early and our coordinators to kind of regroup and get our guys refocused, because we could have easily folded and been in a totally different game here. But they did a nice job of coming back out, regrouping, and here we sit at 35-0. So it's a lot like we kind of scripted it up a little bit, that we'd hope we'd be in this situation, but you never know. That's why we play the game. You're dealing with kids. We're
going to do some theater blocking here. There's our video camera, so we're going to have you rotate. You
want
here
me to slide that
way,
Coach?
I want you to slide around here a little bit. We've got to get you on here. We got. You're the star of the show here.
Oh no, that is not true.
Okay.
That is not true.
All right. Well, again, you wear a lot of hats on every day, especially on Friday, and certainly a lot of big things coming up for Memorial. Not only the rest of this evening, but coming up here in the upcoming weeks and months.
Yeah, we've got a lot going on. Even tonight. Here we are. We've got a football game, great crowd. We started our Tiger Invitational for soccer today as well. Our boys played earlier. Our girls soccer team got on a bus. They're up playing in Zionsville right now. Our volleyball team took off for Brownsburg, and our tennis team is on the road to Silver Creek. And so when you think about the fact that many of our student athletes are on the road, plus their parents and family that support them, and then you look out here and you see this great crowd we have tonight. Awesome. And it's really, really exciting. But, the one big thing I want to talk about is in our athletic office, and plus two, we've put it on our social media, are the green shirts that we're selling right now. The shirt that is going to match up with our 100-year series. The hope is that you buy one of those green shirts, and then whenever we have the designated 100-year series game, you show up and you wear that green shirt, as our athletes are going to be in green uniforms, once again in tribute to our great ties and connection with Notre Dame and the Brothers of Holy Cross. So come see us in the athletic office this week. Come see Patty for sure, and get one of those jerseys or one of those T-shirts and wear them to our next 100 series game.
Now, is that the only way that they can buy those shirts right now?
They're also online. You can get the link. It's on EventLink. It's on our school website. And we've been pushing it out on X and Instagram as well. You can get them that way.
Well, a lot of activities. I guess 100 years only comes around once. So a lot of things that you have to work on and continuously planning on, as certainly the football season and the fall sports,
yes,
as you alluded to here, doing well so far.
Yeah, we've had a very successful fall season in all of our sports. And then the other thing is tonight we've got the Sam Strong shirts on in tribute to Sam Featherstone, who lost his battle with cancer several years ago, but his family has been instrumental in continuing to push cancer research and to raise money for it with St. Jude. And we're so thankful for his mom and dad and the mission they continue on in regards to educating our students as far as how they can help out in that research process.
Well, I'll certainly appreciate Chad Dockery, the athletic director and assistant football coach, coming up to talk to us here on the Royal Express Car Wash halftime, where Memorial leads 35-0. A lot of responsibilities, but it takes a lot of people, doesn't it?
It takes a lot of people. We are finally to a point, and finally is not the right word, but it's exciting because we have so many people that have been with us for so long. And, we lost Tony Humphrey this week, who was a long-time supporter of Memorial Athletics, but somebody that was going to get involved. He was going to help in any way that he could. And we've got a lot of young coaches, young teachers here tonight that are kind of stepping up after they've heard us for the last, year, say, hey, we need you to help us. We need you to get involved. And it's outstanding. I think about tonight, it was so exciting to be here at Enloe. I love Enloe, Coach. This is where I grew up getting to play. And to get here and show up and see our workers showing up, our volunteers, is outstanding. It's exciting to see those guys and gals, because they're what helps us make this thing flow. It takes about 35 workers to pull off a Friday night, and we have an outstanding crowd wherever we go, but especially here at home. all those volunteers showing up and pulling their weight and helping out, it's absolutely outstanding.
With Chad Dockery, the athletic director for Memorial, here on our Royal Express halftime show. We're going to take this break and then talk more right after these messages.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rock-A-Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rock-A-Bar Pizza.
We're at halftime where the Evansville Memorial Tigers lead the Central Bears by a score of 35-0. I'm Mike Scavara with our halftime guest, Chad Dockery, and our Royal Express car wash. Chad, we got a couple of minutes left, just a couple more items that we want to talk about to let our listeners know what's going on.
Yeah, first I want to say this, Mike. I'm going to take this just one quick. I want to say, I want to thank my family for letting me be what I do with all this, because it's a lot, and let is not the right word. Encourage. My wife Stephanie is fantastic, and my kids, because they've got to share me with everybody, and so I couldn't be more thankful.
Well, we
for
got
that.
kids, boy, they got names, right?
Yes. So I've got Addie is my oldest, Luke, who's been out here and gratefully takes after his mom athletically, so he's doing what he's doing, and then Evelyn is our youngest, and she's thriving in this environment, so it's been fantastic for us. But big event coming up for us is steak night, 9/28, September 28th. It's going to be a hog roast this year for the 100th year, something a little bit different, something exciting, but have already seen a lot of great silent auction items coming in, and a lot of people stepping up once again for that to volunteer, because that's a huge night for us in regards to a crowd and all the people it takes to pull off something that big that's had as much success as it's had over the years. So that's the big thing coming up for us. And then next week, not to say this game is over, we still have another half to play, but next week we've got Mater Dei. And that's going to be out at the Bowl, which is always a tough game. It doesn't matter what our teams have done, Mater Dei or Memorial, that night is an absolute dogfight. Always has been, always will be. It is so competitive, and there's so much passion and tradition that runs through that game. Definitely a game people want to tune in, but it would be great, too, to walk into the Wrights Bowl and see nothing but blue on our side to really kind of support our Tigers. It's been great whenever we've gone out there in the last couple of years, so hopefully that trend continues.
Thanks, Chad. Always great talking with you here at halftime.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it.
Chad Dockery, the athletic director. We're going to be back with second half action here at Enlow Field with the score Memorial 35, Central nothing. We'll be back.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar. Oh, yeah.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because our academics prepare students to succeed in college and in life.
I believe in educating our students to their highest potential. I believe in creating a welcoming, faith-based learning environment. And I believe a memorial education is the foundation for a bright future.
Explore the endless possibilities at Wrights Memorial.
Three 6868 for all your landscape needs.
For more information.
It is time for half number 2 here at Enlow Field. Big thanks to Chad Dockery for coming on our halftime show with Mike Scavara. And the Tigers will get the football first to begin quarter number 3. And with the 35-point lead, we will have a running clock the remainder of the game that does stop on touchdowns. They get set for the kickoff and also on timeouts or injuries. We did see Matthew Fisher come out of the game late second quarter as backup quarterback. Luke Brown came in with a 35-point.
In any case, it just kind of falls out, and Central didn't get a number, but they do get the ball to start the second half, just like they did the first half.
Hunter Broshears, sophomore quarterback, still in there. Regular is still in the game for the Bears, as you would expect. Their first offensive play of the third quarter. Starts with the handoff, off left tackle, big hole. Flying through was Lance Gow, the junior running back, and he rumbles down to the 22-yard line, a gain of 14.
Christian Pickerel on the stop. As the Tigers defensively have a lot of New Jersey numbers out there playing defense. But when you start to drive into territory, good things can happen for Central. They get it on 1st and 10 now on their Tigers 22.
They go back to him again, up the middle. This is Gow, and he takes it inside the 10, down to the 8. So back-to-back healthy runs for him. This one goes for 13 yards, and Central has first and goal.
Couple of first down. Joseph Hinkey the stop.
So 2 plays after the fumble from the Tigers and the kickoff, and now Central is knocking on the door, trying to get their first points of the night. Peoples moves right to left behind the line of scrimmage. Here is Gow. Started toward the middle, now comes left side, and he's upended at the 5-yard line. Gain of about 3.
Joseph Hinkey come knifing in again.
It'll be second and goal.
Quick turn of events there, sudden change. Central gets the fumble recovery at the Tigers 36 and have it into the red zone. Got a lot of fresh new defenders out there for Memorial on defense. Some of the original starters.
On second and goal, here is Graham right up the middle, and he gets into the end zone. Central on the board here early third quarter. 5-yard rushing score for Javarius Graham, his second rushing touchdown of the season.
Right up the middle, good blocking there by the offensive line. Here's your replay. Good lead blocking by the 2 backs. And he goes in standing up.
And Central with the PAT, their kicker is Armstrong.
Kell had a 27-yard field goal against Bossy last week.
And the kick is blocked. Just standing right there. The kick hit one of the Tigers. That was Joseph Hickey who broke through. So the PAT is no good. It stays 35-6 Tigers early third quarter.
Licensed Sports Official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Simplicity Furniture scoring drive for Central. They're on the board, 4 plays, 36 yards, 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Javarius Graham, a 5-yard rushing touchdown. Tigers fumble the opening kickoff of this half. A little bit of difficulty there, and finally picking it up is Drew Ellis. And Ellis motors his way past the 20-yard line, stacked up by nearly entire coverage team for Central.
Good team pursuit there. 9 white jerseys on a kickoff.
Thanks to Rock-A-Bar, a sponsor of tonight's Tigers broadcast on IndianaSRN. Join them at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. Stop by after the game or for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Their menu not only has your favorite salads and pizzas, but also other fine food. Thanks to Rock-A-Bar for the pregame pizza as well. Once
That's
again.
Right. Oh yeah, Nick Herman and his staff, they know how to feed the crew here.
Sophomore quarterback Luke Brown still in there. He will hand off. And this is Ellis crashing his way to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of about 4. Ellis is a freshman. He's 6 foot, 160 pounds.
Oh, and Schoenhall's the tackle for the against the Tigers for the Bears. Again, a running clock. The score came with about 9 minutes to go, and they ran off time until the extra point was tried. So this drive actually, give credit.
On second down, another handoff up the middle, getting past the line of scrimmage and then a bit into open space as Ellis back-to-back carries. He's right around the first down marker. Needed 7. That's about what he got.
Kenyon Peoples along with Isaiah German on the stop for Central.
It is a Tigers first down.
Central got a couple of first downs on their scoring drive. Memorial just looking to keep the clock running, up 35-6.
Brown hands off to Imony. Made one man miss, but runs into several white jerseys. Tough running there for Imony, a pickup of 2.
Again, Bowles in on the stop along with Schoenhals.
Second and 8 from the Tigers, 36.
And Memorial keeping it on the ground.
And flags before the snap, maybe some early movement.
I think offsides defense.
Yep, against Central. We'll set up a 2nd and 3.
Well, Central had 11 penalties for 96 yards that first half. I'm sure Coach Artis will address that in the coming week.
We'll keep you up to date on some scores elsewhere as we move throughout the second half. The closest game is between North and Harrison. Called a good old pitcher's duel. It's 7-3 in the third.
Oh my.
North leads Harrison in that game. Both teams trying to pick up their first win.
Both need a victory to keep their positive
Well, the Central offsides. And it'll be a first down for the Tigers. Back-to-back penalties.
You know, one time I saw in a game where they actually measured and they came up short. They had 2 5-yard penalties, and the coach asked for a measurement, and where they had placed the ball came up short. I think they adjusted, though.
Yeah.
I can't remember. That was a long time ago.
Looks like Castle leads Boise 39-0. That's at halftime. Last score update.
Thanks, Kipley's, for all those scores.
Imani can't get out of trouble. Gonna lose a half yard there on 1st and 10. It was play number 5 of this drive.
Graham, the first of 3 to hit. A loss of about a yard.
Over on the west side, Wrights now leads by 2 possessions. 20-7 against Jasper in the 3rd quarter.
Memorial got the ball with 8:16 to go with the running clock as we approach 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Jevin, while we were taking a break at halftime, we had some unofficial scores. Matthew Fisher, 139 yards passing, 6 of 7 for 4 touchdowns.
Here is Ellis. He squeezes through and then crashes with a couple of Central defenders at the 50-yard line. Ellis able to carve out 5 yards. 3rd and 6 now as we're past 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for being with us all season long here on IndianaSRN.org. Southern Indiana Athletic Football, Memorial Tigers every week. We'll be at Wrights Bowl next week.
West Side against Mater Dei.
Yep.
Mater Dei off to a 2-0 start, trying to go 3-0. They're playing Vincennes this evening. 10 seconds on the play clock as backup quarterback Luke Brown looks over toward the Tigers sideline. Goes back under center, snaps it with 2 seconds, and hands off to the fullback, going nowhere. We'll bring up 4th down. One of those sponsors Mike was talking about moments ago is Evansville Hyundai. Stop by the Evansville Hyundai Auto Dealership for your next purchase of a new or used car. Located on Evansville's east side, it's home to the 100,000 miles powertrain warranty and 3 years free maintenance. 4th and 7.
Looks like the Tigers will disdain the punt. See if they, Coach Hurley across the way talking with Brown. Play clock down to 9. They might even end up taking a penalty.
Well, they'll take a timeout instead, so we'll step aside. Tigers still lead by a comfortable margin. Late 3rd.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar. Oh, yeah.
Tigers have a 4th and 7, just shy of the 50-yard line. We're in a running clock situation here. Tigers leading 35-6.
Do they throw?
They're going to pitch it to Ellis, looking for a block there far side. Ellis doesn't get it, and he can't really turn the corner. He's lassoed down into Central territory at the 48. It'll be a turnover on downs. Bears will get it back. The clock moving, coming up on 60 seconds remaining. That was an 8-play drive that ends up in a turnover on downs for the Tigers.
It's pursuit there, German, along with Schoenhals.
Mentioned the Tigers will be at Mater Dei next week. The Central Bears, they'll be back at home taking on Vincennes. Then week 5, the Bears will travel to Rites. Tigers' next 2 games are on the road, 4 of their first 5 to begin the year on the road. At Mater Dei next week and Harrison the following week. Back at Inlow Field, week 6 against Boise for Memorial. Should be the final play of the third quarter from the 48. Broshears is going to pass. He's under pressure, and down he goes. It was Gene who first got to him applying that pressure, and then he was yanked down in the backfield for a sack. Is that 56? Yep. Nick Swan, the sophomore, got him a sack there. That's a big loss, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter as the Tigers lead this one 35-6.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Three quarters complete here at Inlow Field. We thank Ivy Tech for sponsoring Tigers football in IndianaSRN. You belong at Ivy Tech with 5 terms each year, flexible scheduling, and the most affordable tuition and books in the state. There is always a great time to begin at Ivy Tech. Join them for Tuesdays at the Tech. And Mike, you have some thank yous for this before the 2nd and 20 play.
Always thanking the Memorial people, John Rising, the president, Darren Schmidt, the principal, athletic director, our halftime guest, Chad Dockery, head coach John Hurley, administrative assistant, Patty Van. And
here's a fumble. It's square in the hands of Hunter Broshears, a sophomore quarterback, but he fell on it. It's a loss, 3rd and long.
And also the Mattingleys and the Killebrews keeping the stats for Evansville Central. Big thank you, Superintendent David Smith, Principal Andrew Freeman, Athletic Director Kathy Ferris, EVSC AD Andy Owens, Head Coach Brandon Artis, and Administrative Assistant, big help, Tiffany Ropner. So big thanks, and of course, we couldn't do without these guys, as you know, Jevin, Nick Lewis, our producer, and Sam Doherty, our camera guy.
Third and 23 for Central. They scored in their last offensive drive. It was a Javarius Graham 5-yard touchdown run. And this one goes up the middle. Kenyon Peoples gets to the 40. Gain of about 5. 4th and 18 upcoming.
Garrett Hamilton tripping him up, and on the stop finally was David Hinkie. The reserves, again, having to defend against a short field to start the second half. Gave up a score, but getting tough in this possession for Memorial.
Fourth and 17, little Hail Mary action essentially. Jump ball, and it's caught around the 25-yard line. Leaping grab by Mylan Garnett, the sophomore, went up for. That was a great throw, too, by Hunter Broshears.
Yeah, put it where only the receiver could get it. As Hunter rears back, gets bumped there right after he throws it. Here's your replay. Look at the bottom of your screen. That's one-on-one coverage. Broshears throws it. Green there. Good coverage. Gets the grab. 1st and 10 on the 26-yard line.
Pretty good defense, but just a better grab.
That was a 4th down conversion, too.
It was. 4th and 17. So Central trying to score on back-to-back drives here in half number 2. Handoff goes to Kenyon Peoples, and he's tripped up after a gain of about 6 or 7 around the 20-yard line.
Our player profile player, Jalen Carter, on the stop, but Central in the red zone for the second time here in the second half.
Second down from the 20. On play action, Brochier's in the pocket looking toward the end zone. He throws it too high. It'll be third down. There was a couple of blue jerseys around the intended target on that pass from Brochier's. He was looking for Elijah Pendleton.
And if you just joined us, we have a running clock because Memorial was leading by 35 points at halftime. It constitutes a running clock in the second half. So with the incomplete pass, the clock's still running. It'll be close to 8 minutes to go in the contest.
Third down. The give is off left tackle. Kenyon Peoples tripped up at the 13-yard line. Has enough for the first down, though.
Evan Helt in on the stop, the freshman.
Tigers have been playing with mostly their reserves defensively here in the second half. We saw on the offensive side the starting quarterback Matthew Fisher come out late in the second quarter. It's been Luke Brown running the operation, a lot of handoffs in the second half. First down for the Bears. This is Graham. And he rumbles inside the 10, down to 9, a pickup of 3. Javarius Graham does have the lone score tonight for Central, a 5-yard rush back in the third quarter.
Jalen Carter on the stop along with Hinkie and Nick Swan.
So 2nd and 7 from the 9. Bears can get a first down inside the 2. 5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. They load up the right side. Back to Graham. He runs to the right side. Penalty flies in behind the play. It's a short gain for Graham. Would have brought up third down, but the penalty will change that here with 6.5 to go. And it's against Central. That was play number 9 of this drive.
Penalty in the backfield. Did not see what the call was. Probably a hold.
That's what the announcement was here inside the stadium.
Sam Tenbarge, if he says it so on the PA, it must be true.
Backs it up to the 21.
Pistol formation. They'll go throw.
They go far side toward the pylon. Jump ball broken up. Third down. Central was wanting a flag. Pretty good coverage, though.
Yeah, Grant Hamilton out there with Evan Helt.
Before this third long play, we thank People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, a 50 years in operation business that is family and third generation owned. How easy can it get for quality furniture and a quality mattress? Stop by and see the friendly folks at People's Furniture Mattress Outlet in Evansville. 3rd and 19 coming up on 5 minutes to go here in week 3. Back to the ground game. Up the middle, breaking several tackles is Javarius Graham. He's had some impressive runs here in the second half. He crashes to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 7, and now it's 4th down.
Nick Swan in there again, as long with Jackson Bryant. 4th down. Tigers defense looking to hold. You need about 2 yards, 3 yards to get it first?
On the first half, Central had a 13-play drive that ended at the 15. This will be their 12th play of the drive, and they're at the 14-yard line. They need 12 yards for a first down.
Oh, that's right. I'm looking at
Brochier's to throw under pressure, has to get rid of it. Back of the end zone, incomplete. They're actually going to say it's an interception. They stayed in bounds somehow. It was picked off in the back of the end zone, so the Tigers get a turnover that way. It looks like 29. Gavin Holt with the interception. He's a freshman. And with that INT, it's the Tigers' 3rd interception of the year. Thought the pass was going to sail well out of bounds, but somehow he kept his feet in.
Well, that'll bring the Memorial offense back.
So again, one last thank you to a sponsor tonight, which is Casey's Dugout. Come on out to Casey's Dugout, Evansville's new boutique pizza place located on Lincoln Avenue. See them for great food, drinks, and family fun. Casey's Dugout, a proud supporter of Memorial Athletics. Tigers try to run it out here with a 35-6 lead. Once this game is over, we'll have a quick recap on our post-game show. We'll have a Rockabar player of the game. Tigers, another new quarterback in there, taking over for Liam Brown. They've got Vance Alsman, a freshman, seeing some reps here. Drew Ellis with the carry there. He loses several yards. 4 to be exact at 2nd and 14. As the Tigers try to run out the clock, we'll see if we can get a few more scores in. North leads Harrison 13-3 in the third quarter. That game is being played at Harrison, so North trying to pick up their first win of the year. After the ground game again, swallowed up. Another tackle for loss will set up 3rd and long.
Liam Schmidt.
Mater Dei is going to move to 3-0. They lead Vincennes 27-8 in the fourth quarter. So next week, be a pair of 3-0 teams at the bowl here on IndianaSRN, Memorial and Mater Dei. Jasper inching closer. It's now a 20-14 Rights lead in the fourth. That's at the bowl. Maybe a bit of a surprising score.
Yep. A couple of good defensive stops by the Central defense there, smothering the running backs.
Third and 18, another handoff up the middle. Maybe a yard or two gain.
That was Schmidt again. Under a minute and a half to go. Memorial in no hurry.
Tigers just run a play here with the clock still moving, coming up on 1:15.
They can take the play clock down to 0.
Looks like that's what they will do and take a delay of game. And Central will fall to 1-2 after they picked up their first win last week against Boise. The Bears home next week against Vincennes. So the delay of game. And that might be the end of the game.
Yeah. Good decision there by Coach Hurley.
Yeah, there's a 5-second difference, so the Tigers will have to run a play. I guess they could take a delay game again.
Yeah,
can't
they could. Yes, they can. I don't know all the nuance of the rules, but I think that's one of them. But even if they run, the clock's going to keep going because takes a knee, and that's it.
Yep, game ends on a penalty as the Tigers cruise to a win tonight, 35-6 at Inlow Field. Memorial now 3-0. Central is 1-2. We'll come back and recap it all for you next on IndianaSRN.
Those Casey's Dugout where the flavor's on fire. Pizza so good it'll take you higher. From Evansville, repping the town. Hot slices, cold drinks, best spot around. We're different, come see, we got what you need. Ice cold ski, that's the drink for your feet. Crispy crust, toppings for eternity. Come for the pizza, stay for the
Tigers take care of business again in week 3. They improved to 3-0 with an easy 35-6 win over Central. We want to thank our sponsors tonight of Tigers football here on IndianaSRN, and that starts with Memorial High School. Tigers football has also been brought to you by Rockabar Pizza, Caressel Landscape, People's Furniture Mattress Outlet, Lensing Building Specialties, Melk Mechanical, Electrical, Plumbing. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Ivy Tech Evansville, Hyundai of Evansville, Casey's Dugout, and the Memorial Athletic Booster Club. Well, recapping the second half, it's a fairly simple recap. Tigers led 35-0 at intermission, which meant running clock for the final 24 minutes, and the only score came from the Central side, a Javarius Graham 5-yard touchdown run, capping off a 4-play, 36-yard drive, making it 35-6. That was with about 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. That was all the scoring. Central started to march down the field late in the fourth, but could not score. On a fourth down play, throw to the end zone got picked off, and the Tigers win it 35-6. That leads us into our Rockabar player of the game. Mike, who do you have for a Rockabar player of the game?
We're going to call two different, one individual and a group, as the Memorial Tigers were led in tackles in that ball game by Alex Bershers, unofficially 10 tackles. But the defense, the first group defense, only gave up after a 65-yard drive for Central that got it down to the Memorial 15-yard line in 13 plays, and of which 30 of it yards was personal foul penalties. Their defense, the first group, only gave up a total of 4 yards. Now, Central was able to move the ball on their 2 possessions and pick up some yardage, but again, that was against the reserve. So Nick Herman and his fine staff over at the Rockabar, they can be very happy to know that Alex Bershers and the Memorial defense are player and players of the game.
Again, play of the game brought to you by Rockabar. Stop by for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at 4600 Washington Avenue in Evansville. All right, Mike sets up a great week 4 matchup over at the Bowl. 3-0 Model Day, 3-0 Memorial next Friday night at 6:30.
Doesn't get any better than that. Again, this was the 108th game that these two schools have played since 1925. Memorial now 66-40-2. As I guess Coach Hurley would like to see his team stay in this rut all season long. They have scored 5 touchdowns in every ball game so far, coming away with the 3 victories and giving up 4 touchdowns, 2 by reserves and 1 on a short field and 1 to North and a long touchdown run. So everything going well for the number 1 in Class 3A Memorial Tigers. But as like you said, it's going to be a tough weekend for Memorial, and they'll look forward to the challenge against always a tough Mike Gable coached Evansville Model Day.
Big thank you to our IndianaSRN crew tonight. Cameraman Sam Doherty. Our producer was Nick Lewis. For Mike Scovara, I'm Jevin Redmond. Thanks for joining us. Week 3 goes to the Tigers. 35-6 is your final. We'll talk to you next week at the Wrights Bowl for Modern Day and Memorial. For now, so long from Inlow Field. Have a great weekend.